Hello everyone. In this video, we'll be learning about liabilities. See, we already know that liability means what? I have or the business have. Whenever I am saying I have, it means the business. Business has some duty or some obligation to provide the services, to provide the benefit. So I can say right here, when the business entity has some obligation of certain amount on balance sheet date. On balance sheet date means the year end is our 31st March. Simple enough. See, liabilities also can be classified into two things, that is non-current liabilities and current liabilities. So I can write here non-current liabilities and current liabilities. Non-current liabilities is that those liabilities which we have to settle, we can settle after 12 months of the year end also. That is, you can say like you have borrowed money for long period of time. So you can say long term borrowings, or you can say long term loan. If I have taken, like I have taken loan for 5 years, 10 years, so I can repay it after 10 years. If you can repay it after 10 years, it will become your non current liability. Understood? Like this also there are many different concepts, that is deferred tax liability and other non current liabilities. As of now, for a beginner to understand this, non-current liabilities we can understand it for which those liabilities which can be settled in the 5 years or 10 years of time. Okay. Deferred tax liability we will be learning in the future when we will talk about accounting standards in the future videos. And other non-current liabilities also. These are other non-current liabilities include all the liabilities which cannot be classified into long-term borrowing or deferred tax liabilities. This is a residual head we can say. Understood? So now talking about the current liability. Current liability means that obligation or that duty I have, the responsibility I have, that I have to settle within the 12 months of the year end. So I can write here liabilities to be paid, or you can say to be settled within 12 months of year end. What is the year end? 31st March. Simple enough. Now, what are the different current liabilities? Point number 1 we have here is creditors. What are the creditors? Creditors are those people from whom we have purchased goods and or we have taken services on credit. For example, we were the shirt manufacturers. If we are the shirt manufacturers, we would have purchased raw material, thread, buttons and all. If we purchase the thread, buttons and we pay the cash, then the story is over. But suppose we purchase thread, we purchase buttons, we purchase cloth and we do not make the payment. We tell him that we will pay you after 2 months, after 4 months, after 6 months. Then it means for us, that person has provided us the credit, so he will become the creditor. You can write here, when we purchase goods or services on credit, then that person becomes the creditors. Simple enough. Now, outstanding expenses What does outstanding expense means? See, expense is like salary, rent and all those things. Outstanding means if we have not paid that expense. Suppose it is our duty to pay the salary on 31st of every month. For January we pay on 31st January. For Feb we pay on 28th Feb, the last day. For March we had to pay on 31st March. But suppose by some reason we could not make the payment of salary on 31st March. Now on 31st March we have to close the books of accounts. We have to prepare the balance sheet. So we have to write there that I have not made the payment of salaries for month of March. It means that salary expense, which is expense for me, that salary I have not paid yet, but I have received the benefit. It means now I have to provide the money, I have to provide the benefit to the employees. So I will write here all those expenses for which I have not made the payment is called as outstanding expenses. So I can write here expenses incurred but payment not made. Understood? We have not made the payment. After that, third is bank overdraft. What do you mean by bank overdraft? Very simple. Suppose I have 2 lakh rupees in my bank account. Bank provides me a facility that you can withdraw up to 2,50,000 rupees because you are a prominent customer, or you can say because you are a good account holder, you maintain the balance. So they just give me a higher limit to withdraw. Or you can say in a easy language, we can say that bank is giving me a short term loan. That is called as bank overdraft. Simple. After that I can say pre-received income. Pre-received income. What do you mean by pre-received income? Say we had already taken this example in the previous videos, remembering that suppose a student comes to me for tutoring services. Okay, he gives me the fees for entire year, say 10,000 rupees on the very first day. It means now I have received that money, but I cannot say that is my income. This is pre-received income. The nature is liability because I am still supposed to provide him the tuition services for entire year. So I cannot say it is my income, it is my liability. So I can write here pre-received tuition income. Simple. Now point number 5 is bills payable. What is bills payable? We have discussed in the bills of exchange chapter. The entire chapter is there on the bills payable, so we are not discussing it here right now. Okay, the entire series has been already shot. It is on YouTube, you can go and check. Now this was the concept of liability. The very important thing now what we had to understand is, see, for any business entity, if business is borrowing money from anybody, that is the liability. Why? Because business has borrowed money. Now there is a liability on business that they have to repay the money. So business is liable to pay that money back. Now understand like this. Suppose this is the business. Okay, suppose it is a again cloth, or you can say shirt manufacturing business. Okay, when I started this business, I borrowed money from public or from family, friends, from banks. Suppose I borrowed 10 lakh rupees. So think from the point of view of business. Business says I received 10 lakhs from bank as a loan. Okay, and now think, suppose I invest my own money in this, say 3 lakh rupees. But think from the viewpoint of business. Business will say received 3 lakh rupees from A, as A is the owner. Received 3 lakh rupees from A because it is the owner. Understand this thing. Both are liability for the business, because what business is thinking that I have received from public, I have received from owner. According to business, both amounts are liability. But remember this thing. Owner is running the business, so business will call it as internal liability because owner is taking participation in the business, and other public or bank is not doing the operations in the business, so they will call them outside liability or the external liability. When an amount is invested by the owner into the business, that is called as owner's capital. So here we learn a new term called as capital. The amount invested by the owner into the business. Understood? That is why capital is also in the nature of liability only, because business thinks that I have received, see, business says if I have received money from any person, that is my liability, whether it is owner, whether it is bank loan or anything. But the only difference is that it is, if owner is investing, it will become the owner's capital. So you can say like this, that on 31st March, when you are writing the financial position, I am just giving you that what happens on 31st March, what's the picture, that is, there are two sides, liability side and asset side. On the liability side, there are non-current liabilities and current liabilities, and on the asset side, non-current asset and current asset. Simple, this we have already learned, but we know that capital is also the liability. So you can say that in the liability side, they also write the owner's capital. Owner's capital. We will understand this is balance sheet. We will understand balance sheet in very detail after few videos, but you have to remember that this is what happens on 31st March. This is called as the financial position of the business, that how much capital invested by the owner, how much amount borrowed from the public, how much is the current liability, how much is the non-current asset, and how much is the current asset. After this is the end of the concept of liability. Asset has already been discussed, liability has been discussed. In next video we will complete the income and expenses, and after that the accounting equation, journal and ledger, the series are already posted. Please go and check. Thank you so much.